Hi everyone, my name is Russian Adam. Welcome back to areejledore channel. Today I'm truly excited to talk about our new fragrance. As all of you know, I'm an oud distiller and perfumer. And I said this a number of times. I personally believe, strongly believe, that oud is at the top of everything in terms of olfactory treasures. I do believe that oud is a number one perfume ingredient due to its very complex chemical composition. It can smell like anything you can imagine, and I made videos about it in the past. Previously, I made perfumes featuring different types of oud. We had smoky Sri Lankan oud, at Oud Zen. Then we had very spicy Borneo oud oil featured in Oud Picante. Then we had dark Maroke oud oil featured in Oud Luwak. And of course, beloved Russian oud, very chocolatey gourmand Indian oud. Then we done entire history of oud collection where I presented a number of different ouds in a sprayable format infused with the smoke of oud. So when it comes to oud, I'm getting extremely excited. And obviously discovering new oud is always an amazing event for me as an oud lover and oud distiller. That's why this particular release is so special for me personally. And I decided for it to be individual release to highlight its significance. Quite some time ago, I discovered oud from the new origin. Oud from the place that I never smelled before. And you can imagine how excited I was to try it. It was truly inspiring. When I tried this oud, I immediately wanted to create a fragrance featuring this marvelous ingredient. So I was testing and playing with this oud oil for a number of months. It was further tested in the lab to make sure it is pure, natural, and to analyze its olfactory composition. I was extremely pleased and started to work on the composition featuring this unique oud oil. Our new oud fragrance is called Oud Taiwan. Indeed, Taiwan is the place which a few people familiar with, but I personally never tried oud oil that was grown and distilled in Taiwan. I discovered this wonderful garden full of very ancient agarwood trees. And as you probably know, if you are into oud, oud is all about maturity. Maturity of the tree, maturity of the resin inside the tree, and obviously maturity of the oud oil itself. What is so unique and special about this is that trees are extremely mature. We are talking about 30 to 50 years old agarwood trees. And something that is even more important than the age of a tree is the age of resin within this particular tree. If we have a very old tree, let's say 100 years old, it might be impressive, but it might have a very young oud inside of it. It might have been infected only a year or two or three ago, giving you inferior quality agarwood. On the other hand, younger trees with a very old age of infection can produce a very good quality agarwood oil. So this particular agarwood trees were infected around 10 years ago. And this really makes a big difference. Age of the tree along with the age of infection, both are extremely matured and a very new origin for this particular oud, which is Taiwan. As you probably know, agarwood can smell as anything you can imagine, and it's all depends on its place of origin, obviously the type of agarwood we're talking about, the species, then where it's been originated from, and then further treatments prior to distillation, and obviously different distillation techniques. All these different things hugely impact the smell of oud. But the origin of oud is one of the main factors that oud lovers pay attention to, whether it originates from India, Cambodia, or Vietnam. Each of these origins have very unique attributes. So this particular oud grown in gardens of Taiwan have a very unique olfactory profile. When I first smelled it, I was immediately captivated by its unique character. I would describe it as extremely dark green and slightly smoky in the base, with this very exotic, leafy, slightly floral, slightly indolic character. So I would describe it as dark, slightly smoky, jungly type of oud. So once I experienced this particular scent profile, I wanted to feature it in a fragrance. I wanted to highlight these very unique facets of oud with different materials that I personally love. I chosen fossil crude amber for the dark, smoky aspect of this oud to be extremely present in its base. Then I added civet, castoreum, very exotic animalic accord that highlight its slight animalic features and smoothly shifting to its tropical floral character. Then we have a gentle touch of tropical flower present, which is Baronia Absolute, and a very unusual addition of pure, natural indole isolate that I placed in the top of this fragrance. So there is a smoky dark facets, there is animalic facets, there are some gentle floral facets in the heart, and those leafy, jungly, slightly indolic facets at the top of this fragrance. To sum up the scent profile of this composition, I would say that this is my first green, jungly type of oud. I used oud from Taiwan and highlighted its unique facets with some of my favorite materials. Finally, coming to one of the most exciting parts of this release, of course, it is the presentation. I want to thank areejledore team for doing this tremendous job and pulling off this gorgeous design. For this particular perfume to highlight its significance and importance, we came up and created this marvelous presentation. 35 ml bottles were hand cut to truly showcase this agarwood oil perfume like it's been coated in a diamond or something. Heavy metal cap was specially designed for this bottle, as well as the calligraphy. Indonesian artist worked and handwritten the name of this fragrance, as I personally believe, and I said this a number of times, that I try to do my best to feature as many art forms as possible within a perfume release. Dates of pre-order can be seen on the screen. Those who will decide to purchase 35 ml full bottle of this fragrance will receive a sample, a tiny sample of a pure Taiwan agarwood oil, so that you have a chance really to dive into it, to discover its unique facets, and possibly in the future, if you like it, to purchase this agarwood oil in its pure form. To let more people experience the fragrance and give you more choices, we also releasing 10 ml bottle of Taiwan Oud. Both sizes will be available for pre-order at our website at this date and this time. Please make sure you come on time if you wish to purchase this fragrance. We tried our best to make it accessible to as many people as possible. However, due to the nature of ingredients, extremely high percentage of pure, natural, very rare agarwood oil used in it, we cannot promise that it will be enough for everyone, and we would love to apologize in advance. Extremely pleased and happy to share this new exciting fragrance with you, and take care. See you next time very soon. Bye.